I met a woman who was 3 years older than me. She was beautiful, talented, and had a particularly independent personality. When we started dating, she told me straight up that she didn't want to get married. And if later on she wanted to have a child, she'd want to raise it by herself. But I didn't agree. With that point of view, I thought that if we just kept dating, I could change her mind. After a while, I was ready to get married. I talked to her about it, but her mindset hadn't changed. She wouldn't change her decision. She still didn't want to get married. She still wanted to just be partners. And if it happened, have a child, she wanted to be a single mother. After that, we started arguing more. So she brought up the idea of breaking up during the 5 years we were together. She never got pregnant because I used protection. When we did break up, she agreed immediately. After we broke up, she told me we should break up so I could go get married. But I couldn't move on because I was still so in love with her. I still had so many feelings for her. Around that same time, my parents back home were already rushing me to get married. They even tried to set me up with a few people. Among them was a girl who was 2 years younger than me, who also worked in the city. We were set up when I went back to my hometown, and that's when we started getting to know each other. I just thought that things with my ex weren't going to work out anyway, so I decided to turn my attention to this new girl. I never would have guessed that about a year later, after less than a year of dating, she got pregnant. So, well, I decided to take responsibility. I told my parents to arrange the wedding, and before we'd even finished the wedding preparations, I accidentally found out that my ex was also pregnant. I mean, the woman I'd dated for 5 years before. And I think the child is mine, because I'm very certain about the dates. Even though we said we broke up, we were still seeing each other, and we were still intimate. It was only about 2 or 3 months later, so I calculated the dates very carefully, because after she broke up with me, she didn't date anyone else. I asked to meet up and talk. She didn't refuse, but she wouldn't confirm anything either. And she said that the baby is hers. She wants to raise it by herself, because I'm in a really tough spot between the two of them, with 2 women. But my feelings, my loving emotions, my true feelings of love are only for that other woman. But she doesn't want to get married. She wants to be a single mother. Between the 2 women, the one I have feelings of love for, my true feelings of love, are only for that other woman, the younger girl at home. That's just a recent thing, sir. And the older one is about to give birth. I mean, she's far along and due any day now. Right. Thank you for sharing, my boy. Your story is quite complicated, isn't it? In your case, this is what I think. Your first girlfriend is a very special person. She's older than you. She's firm in her beliefs, and she has chosen a lifestyle where she won't get married. But if she has a child, it's her child. She'll be a single mother. She doesn't want to be tied down, and so on. As for the reason why, only she knows. Maybe a shock from her past. Or maybe she herself has seen that marriage in life isn't all that great. Some women look at it and think, what's the point of getting married? They know 5 female friends and see 3 of them leave their husbands to get beaten by their husbands, and 1 gets cheated on by her husband. As a result, they develop a very negative view of married life, and they decide that there's no reason to get themselves tied down. So, if they like someone, if they love someone, they just love them. And when the love is gone, they let go and let the man go marry someone else. And she has been able to stick to her principles. Even now that she's about to have a baby, she hasn't made a single move to demand that you take responsibility or anything like that. Respect her. Respect her decision. She doesn't want it. She doesn't have any desire. Even after living with you for 5 years, a love passionate enough to make her change her decision about being a single mother never developed. That means you don't have some extraordinary power to make her say she's afraid of losing you and that she must, by all means, use marriage to keep you. So, just respect her. Just consider it a coincidence that you were in a relationship for 5 years and helped her have a child. That's all. But you still have a lot of feelings. You have to remember, you're still a young man. You're only 30 now. 5 years ago, you were a 25-year-old man who fell into the arms of a woman 4 years your senior. She guided you into adulthood, and she's a very strong person. She's not arrogant. She's not the clingy, girly type. And you got used to the feeling of being shaped in the hands of such a capable woman. This might not even be love, but rather an addiction to the sets, an addiction to living with a woman. And when you're with her, you feel sad because she doesn't demand anything. You don't have to worry about her forcing you to buy gifts or demanding you take responsibility or anything else. That's why when you're beside her, you feel warm and safe. But this is not a mutual love, and there's no way it can lead to any kind of commitment. You have to remember, after 5 years of being together, of living and sleeping together, if that kind of love hasn't developed, then it never will. So, compared to that new young girl and the fact that you've lived with this woman for 5 years, it's certain that the bond with the woman of 5 years is much stronger. It carries more weight. So it's only natural for you to have regrets. In your case, here's what you should do. You have to respect the girlfriend that you were with for 5 years and who now wishes to not get married and to have a child out of wedlock. As for later, after she has the child, the matter of acknowledging it, or providing financial support. With her, she probably has too much she wouldn't even bother asking you to contribute anything. That woman is already financially independent, so that chance to try and force her hand to wear her down and push for marriage is gone now. Before, you were young and had 5 whole years. So healthy. All that passion and struggle. And if you couldn't change her mind then, it's pointless now. So, let's close that chapter. Consider it a glorious page from the past, a time of passionate youth. You need to turn your attention back to your girlfriend at home. You're constantly weighing her against the other woman, and she loses because she's the one who came later. Besides, being the one from home, she probably has a certain gentleness to her. She's not as independent, self-reliant, or confident as the other woman is. But do you have feelings for her? Is she a good girl? Do you find her sweet? Your parents definitely set you two up. So that means your parents already approve. The only obstacle is that you don't have feelings for her yet. You don't, because your attention is divided. You're giving a full 70% to that other woman, Susan. So, of course, this girl only gets 30%. How could that possibly be enough? But now that you've decided to end it with the other one, you have to be fully committed. You have to invest more, especially since the baby is growing every day. You have to make a clear decision. You can't keep hesitating, telling her, let me think about it more. The girl can't wait anymore. The baby in her womb can't wait any longer. Her belly is getting bigger by the day, which will become very troublesome. For her, if you don't confirm that, you're going to get married. It's like this. You have to commit to the wedding. The only thing is, you have to prepare for it. The wedding is in December. The wedding is in November. We can't wait any longer. The belly's getting bigger every day, and that's going to make things complicated. They'll give her to someone else if you don't commit that you will get married. Okay, look, here's the deal. Commit to the wedding. Then both families will start making preparations, taking the necessary steps. Look, even if her belly starts to show, people won't mind, because they'll know she's going to marry this guy, right? The thing about a girl standing on the stage on her wedding day with a big belly is that it's not that big of a deal in a day and age, but she has to believe it's going somewhere. That's why you have to go back. You only have 2 days to think. Think really hard for 2 days. Then go and give her your answer. It's a shame because it all happened so fast. If only we had organized the wedding, gotten married, and then had a child a while later, things wouldn't be so rushed. But as it is, there isn't much time. In fact, in a situation where she's already pregnant, they'll even skip a few steps. All that's needed is an answer from you. Both sides of the family will pitch in and support you, but you have to be the one to make the final call. And to do that, you have to think, and more importantly, you have to let go of the past. When you're trying to climb a tree while swinging on 2 ropes, you're done for. Now, you need to let go of 1 rope. With 2 hands grabbing that 1 rope, you'll be stronger, more focused, and wholehearted. On the other hand, if you feel more and more fed up, if the thought of marrying this girl makes you shudder, for example, if you feel like it's disgusting, then you have to say it. You can't deceive her, because if you give her a wedding and then later you abandon her to raise the child all by herself, if you just keep crawling back to that old girlfriend of yours, then it's better not to get married at all. You hear me? You have to accept the fact that you and that it wasn't fated to be. There's no karmic tie. It was just, well, fate pushed you 2 together for a while, and that's it. It's like she was a person born to appear in your life just to teach you a lesson on how to be a man. There's no destiny there, so don't have any regrets. If you're going to let go, you have to let go completely. Only then can you be fully devoted to your wife and child at home. The desperate young man says, I never thought I would fall into this kind of situation. How could you not think that? You meet any woman and you immediately sleep with her. If you had another girlfriend, there'd probably be yet another one. After that, let's just say that over the recent holiday, there was another girl who was madly in love with you, and the 2 of you went to the movies, and then, well, you were too tired and went to a motel, and then you made a mistake. Now, if you had 3 of them dropping this bombshell on you, would you dare be like you are with the 2 now? Now they're both crying. A complete mess, both. Demanding a wedding, putting all this pressure on you, you'd be the one standing in the crossfire. And you'd be even more exhausted. But your situation is much easier, because the girlettes just call her your ex. She doesn't have any desire to get married. Even though she's pregnant, she's very confident, ready to be a single mother. So that already takes a huge weight off of one side for you. Just focus on the decision with the girlfriend that your family supports. Okay? Basically, it's like this. Don't run away. Don't be like so many guys who, after they've done something for 2 or 3 girlfriends, get them pregnant and then run far away to find another job just to escape. That's not the best way to handle things. Once you're a man, over 80 years old, if you can make a mess, you have to clean it up. Yeah, if you're going to play, you have to be responsible. In your case, I have to say, I respect that even though you're young, you didn't just abandon them and run. At the very least, you came to see me to ask for a way to find a solution. Because if right now you just turned off your phone, blocked everyone, unfriended them on Facebook, and then blocked both girls' numbers, just to let them do whatever they want. Now, that would be truly awful. I don't think your situation is all that difficult. It's just like when we're indecisive at a restaurant, wanting both fried chicken and a sandwich. That's when we get conflicted. But if you've already ruled out the fried chicken, and now you're only choosing the sandwich, the choice becomes much, much easier, doesn't it? For example, after getting married, will your parents give you a piece of land? You get married, you get a piece of land, and then a big house. A small house is not an issue, as long as you have your own place, next to your paternal grandparents. Then you have a baby. And well, life will eventually reach a point where you have to stop all the fun and games. It's time to settle down and live a structured, respectable life. Okay, what do you all think? Subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Goodbye and see you again.